we get started, I want to introduce to you two people. Now, this is Asher Edelman. When he was a corporate raider, mounting unfriendly takeovers of companies using high-risk debt, which was then known as junk bonds. Asher was one of the inspirations for the character of Gordon Gekko in Oliver Stone's 1987 film, Wall Street.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
Corporate raiders like Asher Edelman changed the face of American capitalism. They also changed the structure of the American corporation. They focused it on maximizing shareholder returns. The raiders said that American management had become too fat and lazy and too entrenched and complacent, which was why America was losing the competitive race. In those days, losing it to Japan.
We used to say that our labor costs were so much over Japan and Germany's that we couldn't compete. But in fact, all in, their labor costs are now higher than ours. And why is it we can't compete? We can't compete because they have entrepreneurial spirit and we're losing it.
Now, I said at the start that I wanted to introduce you to two people. I still do. You just met Asher. Now let me introduce you to somebody else. Hard to believe, I know, but that was me. And I disagreed with Asher.
How do you respond to that argument, Professor Reich?
Well, I don't know that it's an argument so much as an assertion. Those takeovers or the fears of takeovers do reduce management horizons, that research and development drops, that a lot of the increase in share values, to the extent that there are any increases at all, comes simply because you're taking money from other stakeholders like employees and so forth.
By today's standards, the debate was pretty civil.
If there's any casino game going on, that is certainly a casino game.
Your idea of a casino sometimes is my idea of a very efficient business, sir.
Mr. Edelman and Professor Reich, thank you both for joining us.
So was he right? Let me ask my guest today, Asher Edelman, 33 years after our debate. Asher, with the advantage of hindsight, were the unfriendly takeovers of the 1980s good for America, or were they bad?
Net, they were bad. It wasn't only takeovers, it was the greed in the banking system, the change in the banking system, and the ability to make people or to allow people to refinance in ways that they could put money in their pockets.
This kind of form of capitalism that began in the 1980s, of which you were one of the major proponents, maybe has not turned out quite well.
The 80s became the moment of change. Wall Street, which wasn't very clever in the 60s, but became slightly more clever in the 70s and early 80s, became just a place of greed. I left in 1988, as you may remember. But it became a place of greed. It became a place of the Giulianis of the world. It became a place where traders didn't study anything, where they just went, I'll take that. And it became a place where various instruments were rigged, and you took 3 BBB pieces of paper and you put them together and you had a AAA piece of paper. It was all nonsense.
Asher Edelman, a titan of Wall Street, saying things that many people would be surprised to hear from you after 33 years of us not having a conversation, or at least not talking about these kinds of issues. It's great to understand where you're coming from, and it's terrific to have this conversation. Asher, thank you. Talk to you soon.
It's you, and we all love you.
You take care. Bye-bye.
Ciao.